Alright guys, we're pro stock pulling. Pinckneyville, Illinois American Threshermen Association show. Just got this class underway. We saw the Kazuzik tractor go down the track. And here we've got Ken Couch on high cotton. So we're gonna watch this. There we go. That's how you start the show. Great pass by Ken Couch. So just go over here and I'll show you the iron that we got here. Great class, of course. A lot of pros are pulling in Bowling Green. But here we've got, so we'll start over here. We got Richard Warren on the Cottonmouth. That's a 5-inch pro. We got David Justison here on the wheat fed. We got this orange tractor that everybody knows. There's Mr. Dennis. There's the bite and binder. It's the meltdown tractor and not this one. This is Couch Farms' little Ford tractor. I believe Chris said his grandpa, that was the first tractor his grandpa ever bought. Here we've got the meltdown tractor. And we've got the other tractor out of the Couch Farms, the cotton picking deer. So, not sure what the distance for Ken was. It was out there a ways. So I'm gonna watch a couple more of these and then I gotta go get ready to get on the steam engine. So again, we got a case 110 that we're gonna hook to the sled. We're gonna do a spark show. It's coming up after this class. We still have one more class to run. We got the 85 Limited Pros coming up next. Awesome night, awesome weather. So this is kind of a cool deal. This chassis right here used to be the meltdown chassis. This is Rodney's old chassis. Richard ran it as a 4-1. And this past off season, switched it over to a 5-inch pro. So it's the Cottonmouth 5.0. See what Richard can do with this sled. You guys, I've said it before, but if you're looking for something to do tomorrow and you're in the southern Illinois area, Pinckneyville, Illinois, that's where it's at. They're going to pull again tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we've got 85 Limited Pro, 95 Limited Pro, Pro Stocks, and we've got a 95 100-pound Pro Farm class. We're also going to do a Make-A-Wish. I'll be here. We're going to do a Make-A-Wish for some young pulling fans. One of the things they've done here a couple of times, and it's been just an absolute awesome thing to be a part of. And I think a lot of the pullers have put in some merchandise to give to the Make-A-Wish kids. Not sure who they are. I think there's 2 of them, if I'm not sure. There might be just one. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to do it. So it looks like we've got Richard Warren on the Cottonmouth, and then we've got David Justison on the wheat-fed tractor. And we're going to go with Braden Schrammick on the Youngblood, and then Dennis Schnichter. So I'll stay on for a couple, because everybody likes a little pro stock on a Friday night. I don't know if any of you have been watching. You can get on NTPA Pull, the NTPA homepage. There's a results page. You can see how everything is going in Bowling Green. We were watching it a little bit earlier. I think they had 38 pro stocks in Bowling Green this weekend. I know I watched last night a little bit of the mini rods, or this afternoon, mini rods. They were running. I think there was 52 of them. A lot of 2-wheel drives. I think 49 maybe. So that's what's going on in the east. You go to the west and you've got probably, I would say, the biggest outlaw show of the year in Wisner, Nebraska. So they're going to have a whole bunch of tractors, and wish all those competitors good luck. But here we've got Richard Warren out of Missouri on the Cottonmouth 5.0, 5-inch Pro Stock. You guys are getting good hooking to this track good, getting a lot of good ground speed, putting on a great show for the fans. Good hook for Richard. Carried that front end real nice. He'll be happy with that run, I'm sure. So over there, all that smoke that's coming up, that's where I'm going to be here just real shortly. They do a steam or a spark show here every night during the pulls. They'll put a steam engine on the sled. Got a couple of them going back there. We will be on the 110. I did a video of it just a little bit ago. Over 100,000 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. So it's got some, not a lot of movable weight on one of those. It's all pretty much there. They had pine shavings out there that they throw in the box. I think it's pine. They were going to throw in there and get those kind of preheated, basically, from what I understand. Again, big thanks to the Jansen family, Bill and Phyllis and their kids. They've got a couple of steam engines, and they bring them down here every year. Bill and Phyllis and all the kids are very active with the American Fisherman Association, and the whole crew. The whole American Fisherman Association show they really put on. It's an awesome show. They do this stuff. I mean, they're already planning for next year, so they're getting things in order. You can get on their Facebook page, or they have a website, the American Fisherman Association, as well. You can see what the feature tractor brand is. Every year they have a feature tractor for the show. This year, like I said, it's Ford, and then they've got Minneapolis Moline and some other ones as well, but pretty much any brand that you can think of, they've got them down here. So they come from a long ways away. Also across the street, there's the Rural Heritage Museum. I believe that's the Mashoff family that owns that, and you can walk through it. It's really neat. It talks a lot about the history of farming and agriculture, and just a lot of cool things to see in there. But up next, we got the wheat fed tractor, Mr. David Justison, I believe out of Butler, Illinois. So this tractor, haven't seen it for a couple of years. They did a lot of rework on this tractor, just changing some stuff that they wanted to. And David's had it out a couple times this year, and always likes to bring it down here for this show. Let us know where you're watching from. I always like to see. Sometimes we see some things on here we wouldn't necessarily think of. We've had people watching from Australia and all over the world, basically. It's kind of cool that little old us, we're sitting here in Pinckneyville, Illinois. We got people watching from all over the world. So we got David Justison up now, and I believe Braden Tramick is up next. So I'm going to go ahead and stay on for Braden's run, and then I've got to go back and get ready for the steam show. So we got some people from Iowa, Diana from Lebanon, Missouri, Richard Kerrigan from Roachdale, Indiana. Not sure where that's at in Indiana, but big show over in Indiana next weekend at Lions, Wagler Motorsports Park, Shy Diesel Extravaganza. We'll be there. Here we go. This track is taking all of that power. These guys are getting hooked up. You can hear David, it was pulling him down pretty good, and he got down there to the end. He knew he didn't want to pull the guts out of it, so he backed, didn't want to spin it in, backed out, not pull it down too hard. 334 for David's pass. Like Tammy from Ohio. Lee from South Wayne, Wisconsin, up in the Badger State. So over here we've got Braden Schrammick getting ready to go. See if I can get down here a little closer. These guys have had a struggle this year with this tractor. Some weird things happening with it, but they stayed with it. Keep wrenching on it. Got it here tonight. Had a really weird something happened at Macon, Missouri. They were making an exhibition pass last weekend and lost a charger. Hi, James. Hopefully pulling in Deadman, Iowa tomorrow. Braden getting a little heat in this. The track, wow. This track never disappoints. It's one of the better tracks that the ITPA sees all year. We've got just always consistent, always takes good power. And these guys know how to work this dirt. I've seen it rain here all afternoon, and they have her sealed down, and they'll come in and scrape it off and make a track out of it. So usually it seems like the only thing that will stop this show is if it's raining at pull time. But other than that, they are always. So I'm not sure which one that is. That's not the one that I'm going to be on. Like I said, I'm going to watch Braden bring you guys. Get ready to get on the steam engine. I've got GoPros all over it. I've got GoPro on the sled. I'm actually filming some of these Pro Stocks. So JR Quant's running our sled this evening. I went down there and I asked him, I said, hey, can I put a GoPro on the sled? He goes, I don't care. I said, well, sometimes they have a mount on there. He goes, I don't think there is. And sure enough, right on the windshield of the sled, of the glass, is a GoPro mount. So I got one on there, and I can see the red light flashing on right in front of JR. So this tractor, this is the old Youngblood diesel super chassis. So a couple of years ago, they decided that they wanted to get back into Pro Stock pulling. Of course, Brian used to have the green Pro Stock, had a couple of them, I believe. And they decided they were going to Braden wanted a Pro Stock. They got a plan together. And if you want to see a really cool video, get on the Youngblood Facebook page. They have an awesome Facebook page. There's a video that they put together on how Braden came up with the design on this tractor. Of course, it was the 275 sheet metal. This is an Engler chassis, and they had to redo some stuff whenever they were going to go pro. They had to redo some of the chassis, so they did that. But there is a really cool video on their Facebook page that shows the way they come up with the design. So that's one of the things that I know pulling is a lot of top secret stuff. You don't want to let a lot of people know what you're doing, because there's some ingenuity that has to go into it. But anytime you guys, if you're pullers, anytime you guys can share some of that information with your fans, it goes a long way. Lets them know a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes while you're not on the track. And they just posted some stuff about some of the not so great parts of pulling as far as breakage and stuff. They were able to share that. So thanks to the Schrammick family. But here we got Braden Schrammick on the Youngblood Pro Stock. I'm going to bring the chain tightened up. We're going to see what Braden can do with this Pinckneyville dirt. These Schrammick family has never pulled here before. This show has been going on for a lot of years. They've always had good pulls, but they didn't have a diesel super class. They don't have mods, and that's kind of the stuff that they used to. There's Pops right there, Mr. Brian Schrammick. He was on the light super here earlier. Hi, Rex. Rex from Altamont, Illinois. He puts on a heck of a couple of shows there in the end of July, 1st of August with the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League and the ITPA. operating. This track is just taking lots of power. So with that, I'm sorry guys, I got to go get ready for the steam show. I'm going to come back in just a little bit and I'll show you something that you may have never seen. We're going to be live on the steam engine. We'll walk down here just a little bit. I'll keep on here. Up next, we got Dennis Schnichter on the bite and binder. We got 2 or 3 more after this, and then we're going Spark Show. So I see my ride back there. I'm gonna jump up on the sled, shut my GoPro off. All right, guys, we're going to take a little break. I'll be back. Stay tuned for an awesome, awesome Spark Show. Guaranteed. We'll be back in just a little bit.